So, I'm gonna apologize. Hi guys, it's Pika, Pika. ASMR. Okay, so I thought it's about time that I finally show you guys my deck. So, I've been talking about showing this to you guys forever and about how I want to update it, but I haven't actually shown you what I have in it. So, please know I have not worked on updating this ever. I built it in one go, looking at the bulk that I had. And yeah, my husband and I sat together, used the bulk that I had, took half an hour, and did our best to throw together decks to play against one another. So this is my deck box. My favorite color is purple. That's why my ring is purple. And one of my favorite Pokemon is Trico. So that's the only episode of Pokemon that I remember watching as a kid. Was the one with Trico in it. And so for the longest time, he was my favorite Pokemon. So I had to have a sticker of him on my deck. I might eventually decorate this box more, but for now, this is what I have. So I keep... Oh. Okay. We're gonna take this. Okay. So I keep my burn marker and my poison marker. I keep my damage counters and my die. I think I got these. These are the ones from my Scarlet and Violet base set ETB. And then I have my Quaxley coin that I've been using. I have a couple coins actually that I could use, but I really like my Quaxley one. I don't know how lucky it is yet. There's a coin that comes with the Battle Academy set that, I kid you not, gets heads every single time. It's awful to play against. So, again, I have not updated this at all. It is not tournament legal. This was just something I did to play against my husband. So, if you have ideas on ways that I can update this, please let me know. One of the things I did was I did purchase a couple Poltergeist cards. I think that I can replace some of the ones in this set with. But I don't know if we're going to be doing that today. I just had that sitting with my box. So, without further ado, here's my existing, unaltered first attempt at a deck that I built maybe a year ago. Probably over a year ago now. So I have Chemical. I really like the continuous coin toss. I had a hard time with not having enough basic Pokemon, so I think the same day I built this, I just threw these in there, and I find it's pretty good. I have an energy. I have a very energy heavy deck, so you're gonna see a lot of that. I have a Poltergeist. This is my stage 1. I like T-Break. I think. Yeah, you must discard a Pokemon that has the Mad Party attack from your hand in order to use this ability once during your turn. You may draw 2 cards. And Mad Party, this attack does 20 damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile that has the Mad Party attack. So, it's kind helpful. It's not the most helpful though. I have a Hatrim. So I have Hatenna and Sinistea in my deck, and that's largely because most of the cards I had at the time were from the Trick or Treat bundle, and I wanted to do a psychic deck, so I had a lot of those. Another energy. And another energy. I'm telling you, it's a very energy heavy deck. And then I have Hatenna. I love Hatenna. I think she's so cute. So it has Stampede and Magical Shot. Not the best, but I like Spiral Drain. And again, I have quite a few of these. So then I have 2 Hatennas. I love Old Cemetery. I just love cemeteries. I love them so much I got married in one. So, I just loved the aesthetic of this card. But also, when any player attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their non-psychic Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. My husband built a water type deck, so this was very helpful against him. I'm gonna put this down here. Oh, okay. So this is a Poltegeist as well, but I liked antique collecting and Portee. So put up to 2 in any combination of item cards and Pokemon duel cards from your discard pile into your hand. Loved that. And Portee, put 5 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. So I love that. I think I might switch out this one for one of my new ones, just because I think those moves are a lot more helpful for me. I have an Agatha. Move up to 3 damage counters from your active Pokemon to your opponent's